Okay, in this video we're going to talk about your current pot of gold and what that really means for you as a FASTSIGNS center owner. Now, a lot of people forget about this, but my question for you is, what is your real asset of your FASTSIGNS center? Well, if you really know the truth and you look at it honestly, you're going to say it's your list. Of course it's your customers. It's the relationship that you have with them, and it's the sales that they bring in because they know you, they trust you, and they like the product that you have. But you need to honestly ask yourself, do you utilize your list? And do you utilize it to the best of your ability? You see, when most people want to increase sales, they go out and start looking for new prospects, and they beat their head against the wall chasing them. But really, you need to consider, where do I go when I want to increase sales? If the answer is not that you go directly to your own customer list, then you need to work on that a little bit. So we're going to do a quick little exercise here. My first question for you is, how many times a year do you touch your top 50 customers? Think through that for just a minute. Perhaps you're pretty good at what you do and you send them a thank you note every couple times they have a transaction. Maybe it's once a week, maybe it's a couple times a month. I'm sure at some point or another you've sent them a nice little Christmas card to wish them best of holiday greetings or season's greetings. And you might even be good at giving them a gift from time to time as well, like many others would possibly do. But let's just do some simple math here. Let's also assume you're involved with fast mail and you send out 12 emails per year. So if we were to look at the total and kind of add it all up, let's assume you do 12 fast mails, one a month. You send out one Christmas card and maybe 5 to 10 thank you notes throughout the year. That's 18 to 23 times that you touch your top customers in any given year. That's great, right? You have very happy customers. But what if one of your competitors decided they really wanted that customer? And let's assume I'm your evil competitor and I'm coming in and chasing down your top customers. How would I go about marketing to them and getting in front of them? Well, first of all, I'd start with email, and I would construct 52 emails so I hit them every single week. I'd send out a couple sales letter series that would be 2 to 3 touches between postcards and letters. I'd send a Thanksgiving card because nobody shows up then. Everybody's at Christmas. I'd make personal cold calls, probably 3 to 4 sets throughout the year, giving me 9 to 12 more touches, and I would invite them to every show I was at for a total of 3 to 4 times. That's 67 to 72 times, or, if you're good at math, 300% more than you touched them. And they're your top customers. Make no mistake, at some point they're going to end up signing on the dotted line in a weak moment. And that's probably not going to make you too happy. So what can we do to help avoid this crisis of potentially losing our customers? Why did they end up going to them in the first place? They probably ended up buying from your competitor just because they didn't know you did that. Have you ever heard that before? I imagine you have. So the reality is, just be there. You've got to be in front of them more frequently and more often. There's a number of ways you can do that, but it needs to be a key part of your strategic planning for your marketing. So in the next part of this video, I'm going to show you a simple, easy way that we can get in front of our customers a whole lot more. You can get it set up in probably less than a half an hour, and you can make sure that as your customers are out about during their daily activities, the only thing that's popping in their mind as they're getting ready to do different projects is, well, I think I'll call FASTSIGNS. So that's ultimately the goal, to get them to buy more often, spend more money, and buy more from you. If you increase your touches to them just 2 times per month, plus the fast mail you're already doing, it would increase your total touch over your customers and your total influence over your customers 100%. Now that's pretty easy, so let's make it happen. Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how easy it is to set up a free trial for Constant Contact. If you find out you don't like it and it's too cumbersome to use, then you can certainly choose a different method or just choose not to do it at all. Although, as I mentioned, I highly recommend you find a way to communicate with your customers on a much more frequent basis. When I started to do this, I saw many more customers coming in more frequently, more regularly, and buying more, which is the most important thing for your business. So you go to constantcontact.com. We're going to go to Get Started. Don't worry, you don't need your credit card. Once you click on the Get Started button, there's going to be a very quick form that it asks you to fill out to get yourself set up. So we're going to go ahead and fill in that information. And of course, it's going to ask you for a password, so you just select the password that you believe you can remember and create your account. Okay, once your account has been set up, you can see the basic layout within Constant Contact. You'll see up here buy now, so when your free trial has expired, or if at any point during this process you want to go ahead and buy, you can click the buy now and get things moving. Now, contacts shows how many contacts you have in there. You can add and update contacts. I assure you it's very simple. You can pull a list out of Sirius or your database and bring it in and import it quite easily in many different Excel formats. And then once they're in, you can select that list to send your message to. So all you do is you can select a basic template, or you can start from scratch and design one that you like. Really depends on how you want to present your message. If you want it to just look like an email coming from you, or if you would like to have something a little bit fancier to appear before your customers. There's so many different styles that you can select from. They continue to add new ones on an ongoing basis, so feel free to look through these. These are just kind of some of the simple ones they choose to get you started. Again, it doesn't really matter what you go with. You just want to select one. Personally, I go with ones that are much more plain. I try to make it look like a basic email coming from me, but you can make it a little bit nicer. Again, it's very intuitive, easy to drag and drop the information into the emails. And the key really is that you are continuing to educate your customers and really give them value, as opposed to just constantly sending them messages about your product, your service, you, as opposed to flipping it around to them, and making them want more of you, more of what you have to offer, and more of the different possibilities that are out there. So as you can see, this is one of the templates. Very simple to go in. You can change this image by clicking on the options up here, correcting it. Obviously, you can put in your logo here as opposed to the generic one, and begin typing in the information that you would like here. So many different options as to how you can do that, and ways to get it all set up. Okay, I went ahead and set up just a real basic email to show you how this might possibly look. I'll tell you, I went under the Create, and then I went under the Template section, and there was one down kind of in this area on the template page that said Basic, and I just chose a basic email that had to make it look almost like it's coming directly from me. So you can see I gave it a catchy name, Signs of Your World, something to play on the effect of signs. Also just gave a quick little intro paragraph here. Thanks for your business. We're thankful that you're a customer. I want to send you a series of emails that are helpful in business. It's okay to opt out. One thing you need to accept is people may not want your emails, and that's okay. You don't want to bother them. But for those that are loyal customers and they do want to get some emails from you and find value in it, don't be upset if they opt out, and give them the option to opt out, as I did here and said, feel free to opt out. It won't hurt my feelings. Truly hope you find value in the articles, and thanks for reading. So there's kind of my intro. Then everybody wonders about content. So the next step, I'm going to show you the secret to finding content that works and is free and available for you. So I plugged in my contact here. Again, it was quite simple to get in, plug it in the right way. Had a little PS. One commonly unknown thing is that everybody reads the PS first. So hey, don't forget, we're more than fast, more than signs. Love to have a conversation about visual challenges. And then you're welcome to make an offer. Again, you can pretty this up a whole lot more. Spend as much or as little time as you like. When I first started doing this, I did not spend a whole lot of time and found tremendous results. Okay, so now on to content. You're probably wondering, where would I get a nice article like this that's clean? If you were to read this article, it does tie in exactly with what we're talking about, building that relationship. So the key here is to go to a website called ezinearticles.com. That's ezinearticles.com. And what it is authors, business people, anyone who writes articles can submit them to this, and they are free. Then you can select the category you want. You may not even want to do business. You may want to do it on different fun things you're involved with, from sports to hobbies or things that your kids like to do. I chose business just to keep it simple. It brings a generic thing, and then over on your right side here, you're going to see all these different categories. So you want to select one that maybe you're interested in or that you think your customers might be interested in. So I chose customer service, obviously an important part. And then you can read the headlines and try and find one that works for you. So I kept going through, and this one caught my attention. A guarantee might earn customer satisfaction, but you need more than that to gain customer loyalty. So I clicked on it, took a look at it, read through the whole article. It really made sense to me. All I did was a simple copy all the way down to the bottom, to her call to action and the information about the author, copied that, came back over here to my section, and I clicked on here. You do want to click on options, and it's going to give you how to paste. You're going to want to make sure you paste with styles. That way it brings everything in clean. You don't have to do a lot of cleanup. Then all I did was hit paste, and I was done. And I had this nice looking article dropped right in the middle of the email, and it was now ready to be sent with a valuable article, a PS at the bottom, and an offer to your customers. Okay, now that you have your email created, the next step is to get it out to your list. So really you'll just hit continue. Obviously it's saying you saved successfully, but some things were missing. So it's going to tell you if you have issues that are there or things that need to be done to correct that. It looks like I have not verified my email yet, so it's not going to let me send it from an email address that hasn't been verified. But once you get it all set up, the next step is to go to the schedule. You get in there, you tell it when you want it to send the email, so you can actually set up multiple emails to go out. So really, if you only write 2 a month, you can do it at one time, do it at the beginning of the month, end of the month, doesn't matter, and the whole next month is done for you, and you don't have to worry about it. It's really simple, really easy, and I promise you'll start to see results by touching your customers more frequently, as long as you're choosing articles that have value. Another thing I would recommend is to always put a call to action somewhere in there, as I did up here, saying, please reply back and let me know what you think. You might want to ask a question. What does customer service mean to you? Or what's one bad customer service experience you've had? Some way to engage them. That way when you start to see the replies come back, you'll know people are reading it. And keep in mind also, if you're sending out 100 emails, what's the typical direct mail response rate? Well, probably 1 to 3%. So if you get 1 to 3 replies, you know you're doing pretty well. Once you've sent it, you also have the ability to go in here and run reports. Reports will allow you to see what campaigns you've sent out. You'll be able to find out how many opened them, how many bounced, which is also a great way to clean up your list. Anybody who opted out, any spam reports, how many people clicked if you're including links in there that they can look at. So very easy to get through, very easy to use. I hope you'll give it a try. I promise you'll see results from implementing a more regular touching of your current customers, and you'll see the results quickly as your sales will go up in time. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to teaching you further things in our next video.